Well, last question, and this actually hits a little close to home because I'm from the Bay Area. You did a whole video about this Oakland female rapper named Tan DaGod
Right.
who got killed at the grand opening of her beauty store. But the reason why she got killed in the background story is kind of insane.
Yeah, everybody, she did a thing where she was basically talking about smoking on her ex, and she did interviews talking about she's fighting a case or beat a case in which she killed her ex in self-defense. Then she got killed. So when she died, people were bringing up the interviews of her sitting next to the fake tombstone, and she's like, "Oh yeah, I'm smoking on my ex. Fuck him." The whole thing was it was supposed to be metaphorical for leaving a dead relationship in the past, and she's done things like this in different ways. Um, but she was on some like thoughtful rap type shit. You know what I mean? It didn't actually have to do with a real person. So everybody pretty much came out was like, fuck this girl. Like you got what you wanted. You were dissing the dead. Now you're dead. Ha ha. And then details came out that people came and confronted her boyfriend in front of her. And when things became physical, she pulled out her gun and shot. And they shot back and she ended up getting killed. So she made a song about a fake person that never existed. That was metaphoric, whatever. But she actually died putting her life on the line for her boyfriend, who was being confronted by armed people that were masked up. She opened fire. She got hit with a switch. And that's how it all happened. And until that video, she really never got the recognition or respect that she deserved for how she went out, Like, I respect anybody that's willing to lay their life on the line for somebody else. She didn't have to do that. But she went and got her gun and pulled it out and shot first.
Okay, so I guess I never quite understood the story because it seemed like when I first heard the news, they kept saying, oh, she was bragging about killing her ex. She was bragging about smoking her ex and everything else like that, but she never killed her ex.
She never had an ex. She was in a relationship. She was just talking about leaving dead relationships in the past and not letting it further affect you. It was all she never killed anybody. But one of the things that confused it was there was a YouTube channel that found a similar case out of Oakland of a girl who shot her abusive ex in a car, and everybody assumed that that was Tan DaGod. That was her story, and it was a different person.
But didn't she sort of feed into the clout? She didn't try to like dispel the rumor in a certain type of way, or not really?
Nah, she didn't dispel it at all. Like, she was letting it build because that's essentially what she was trying to do. You know what I mean? Like, I don't think she never really got to clear it up. But then again, the time in which she was doing those interviews was way before she got killed. So back then, it didn't really get all the attention until she died. And then everyone was like, oh, that's the reason she died. Fuck her. And that's just how it went.
So why were those guys trying to confront her current boyfriend?
I have no idea. Apparently, one of the people that's arrested is a rapper, affiliated with whoever, whatever. It just turned into a confrontation. Shit got physical. Her boyfriend got pushed. Guns got pulled. And she shot.
Look, I lived in Oakland for a while, and I love Oakland, but Oakland has just gotten kind of crazier over the years. I remember just recently I saw an interview with the owner of In-N-Out Burgers, right? She's a female. Her parents had started it, but I guess her parents died in a plane accident, actually. So she inherited the whole franchise because In-N-Out is not a public company. It's owned by her. And she explained in this interview that out of all the hundreds and hundreds of In-N-Outs that she started, all over the West Coast, Oakland was the only In-N-Out that ever got shut down because every day there was some sort of crazy incident, stabbing, shooting, robbery, cars getting broken into, fights. Like, and she also said that the police would get called and take a long time to arrive. And she finally just said, look, based on the safety of our staff, we have to close down this location.
Right.
This has never happened. I have never seen an In-N-Out get closed down. In-N-Outs are always packed. You know, it's one of my favorite burger spots. The fact that the only time in history, In-N-Out's been around probably for like 50 years. The only time in history that they've had to shut down an In-N-Out, not because it wasn't making money. It was making money, but the fact there was so much crime that was happening that they just had to, out of safety concerns, they just shut down the whole restaurant. And that's it. Oakland doesn't have an In-N-Out anymore. I mean, the whole Bay is messed up. Like San Francisco just shut down a Bloomingdale's, like another department store gone out of downtown San Francisco. Like, you know, the Bay has always been home for me, but the shit that's happening right there between the crime and the homelessness and the drugs. Remember the CEO of a major, it was like, the CEO of Venmo got killed in San Francisco? Yeah, the founder of Cash App, Bob Lee, got killed right there on a public street in San Francisco. Like, it's crazy. It's absolutely insane. And, you know, rest in peace, Tan DaGod. I'm sorry that, you know, because I had always heard, oh, she was making fun of the dead. And then, you know, it almost, you kind of assumed that, you know, that person's, you know, loved ones came and got her in revenge. But
yeah, nah, it was a grand opening for a beauty store. It was a black-owned business, so they were trying to show love to black artists by letting them perform. And it looked more like a block party, if anything. And that's just how it played out.
yeah, well, rest in peace, Tan DaGod, man. I hate to hear it, especially from someone from a city that, you know, I call home. You know, the Bay has always been a place that I always go back to. I grew up in. I went to from elementary school all the way through college. I was in the Bay. Yeah, man. I hate to hear it. Rest in peace, Tan DaGod.